Hi, this is Dr. Jeff Davis, President of Lordship Investments and Director of New Way Community, coming to you today with 5 minutes to live by. In this program, we look at various topics to discuss, things like Christianity, business, insurance, sales, finance, to name a few. Today, we're going to be coming out of my book, Success, A Journey to Your Final Destination. Wrote this book talking about how it takes time to go along the pathway to success that we are all so desperately seeking. Today, I want to talk to you about resources for success. Now, success is not an accident. It happens because of intentionality. We make a desire to be successful in some area of our life, and then we pursue that with everything we've got. Whatever the mind can conceive and the heart can believe with unrelenting passion, you can achieve it. And so success is achievable. Of course, it needs to be set on goals, and those goals need to be specific, measurable, achievable, realistic. They have to have time associated with them, not just some pie in the sky thing. I'm going to be Superman and flying around in 3 minutes. Uh, but if we set realistic goals and we have a true desire to succeed, possibility becomes probable. So I want to talk to you about a couple of resources here that you have to help you to be successful. And some of them you may know of, or have thought of, and others may give you a reason to think differently. Success begins by knowing what you want. You have to identify what you want. So you have to set a goal. And again, that goal could be in areas as far as your family, health, your faith, your finances, your career. It can be in a variety of different subjects or topics, but you have to set goals. It is impossible to be successful without setting goals. It is impossible to accomplish the things that you want without, first of all, believing that there's something that you can accomplish. And this is what makes goal setting so important. Now, this is not a message here to you about how to set goals. I mean, that's something else that you can see and learn. But I want you to understand that when you look at the resources that are necessary to be successful in any endeavor in life, you have to set goals. You have to be able to know, what am I looking for? What am I working towards? What's the end result? And Stephen Covey wrote a book, 7 Habits of Highly Successful People, years ago. And one of those habits is begin with the end in mind. You have to look at where you want to be in order to determine how to get there. Now, I compare this to taking a vacation. Um, in my own personal life, I am a very methodical person. And what this does is it allows me to kind of put things in boxes. Now, there's good and bad in all of this, but I'm going to share with you the good in it. When I look at things, I look at the thought of them having a place. Everything has its own place. And so I strive to put things in their place all the time. And this has allowed me to not lose things. I very, very seldom, if ever, lose anything, because to me, everything has its place. I learned when I started wearing glasses that people that don't wear glasses put the glasses anywhere. And that's why sometimes they'll find out somebody has sat on their glasses, or they've lost their glasses, or they've gotten damaged or scratched up. But I learned that you have to have a place for your glasses, so when they're not on your face, they need to be in that place. And this allows you to keep them for a very long period of time, and to keep them from being hurt by accident, as it were. Now, why am I saying this? Because when you set goals, you're basically saying that this is what I want, and this is how I'm going to get there. Because goals in and of themselves are not enough. You need a plan. You need a plan to accomplish goals. And the only way to accomplish goals is to know where you're going, so you can figure out how to get there. Now, I look at this again like a vacation. I never go on vacation without understanding where I'm going. I'm not the type of person that's going to just get in the car and drive, and then once I get there, then I'll stop and that'll be my destination. That doesn't work for me. I need to know where I'm going. I need to know when I'm going to get there. Give me an idea of an estimated arrival time. I don't want to hear, well, we'll get there when we get there. That doesn't work for me. So you want to know where you're going. You want to know when you're going to get there, and you want to know how. If you're going to fly, there's one set of circumstances that are associated with flight. You got to go to the airport. You got to, check your luggage in. You got to get on a plane. You got to deal with a lot of people, etc. If I'm going to go by car, then none of that stuff matters because I can put my luggage in the back of the car and I can drive. All I need to know is the address of where I'm going. So I need to know where I'm going, when I'm going, how I'm going to get there. And then I need to know what resources are going to be needed on the trip. If you're going to be gone for 2 or 3 days, you need one set of resources. Maybe you need 3 or 4 changes of clothes. Maybe you need money just for food or something. But if you're going to be gone for 10 days, you need more than 3 pair of clothes. You're going to need a bigger suitcase. You're going to need more resources because now you're not eating for 3 days, you're eating for 10. And so again, you need to know where you're going, how you're going to get there, and what resources are needed. So now let's take that scenario, which most of us have been on vacation, so we understand the dynamics of a vacation. But imagine that instead of going to Hawaii or an island or going on a safari or a cruise, imagine that the end goal is your goal. I want to have a great relationship with my spouse and kids. Well, how do you get there? When are you going to leave? What resources are you going to need to get there? What will it take to make that happen? Resources. Successful people understand how to tap into the resources that they need. So the first thing you need is you put the goal clearly in front of you. You second need to understand that every goal you set, no matter what goal you set, there are going to be difficulties. There's no such thing as a smooth ride where you're going to just, slide through and get through without any problem. I mean, I've been on planes that have had turbulence. I've been on cars where we get to a place and suddenly an accident has happened on the expressway and now you're suddenly stuck and your plan of being in a certain place at a certain time changes. Or maybe you're driving in your car and all of a sudden the weather just turns bad and it's so bad you have to get off the road and go stay at a motel because you can't drive during this bad weather. The path to your dreams will always be lined with difficulties. Get ready for them. Some of them you may foresee, some of them will hit your blind side, but successful people understand that preparation for difficulties is part of being successful. Never expect the trip to be without obstacles. Don't think you're going to set out to become this incredible person and not have opposition. You're going to have opposition. You're going to have challenges. You're going to have struggles. You're going to have difficulties. You're going to have people that stand against you. You're going to have circumstances that stand against you. Be ready for it. You want to create a picture for yourself, of yourself, with a perception of you doing what you said you were going to do. You're going to skydive. See yourself jumping out of a plane. You're going to surf. See yourself on the water. Regardless of what the goal is, regardless of what you're saying, this is what I need to do in order to be successful, see yourself being successful. See yourself having everything that you dreamed of. See yourself walking as the person that you believe you can be. See yourself becoming the person that you know you can be. Don't give in to obstacles, difficulties, challenges. They happen. You want to clear your mind of unbelief. You don't want to always think that you can't do. Now listen, there's a difference between unbelief and disbelief. Disbelief is when you see something like man can fly. Well, that would be a disbelief for me because I'm looking at it saying, no, I believe that men cannot fly. So it's kind of hard for me to believe they can. That's a disbelief. Unbelief would say men will never fly. Unbelief basically says that whatever it is you have dreamed of will never come to pass. Clear your mind of unbelief. All things are possible when you believe. You have to believe. If you're going to take the time to have a dream in your heart, and you're going to take the time to develop and look at your resources, you're going to take the time to plan out this trip, you're going to take the time to see yourself enjoying it and having it and being it, then you have to understand that you can do whatever you set your mind to. There's a story in athletics when it comes to running where for many years people did not believe you could do a mile in 4 minutes. And so that record was never broken until a man by the name of, I believe it was Roger Bannister, said to himself, I think I can do a mile and I think I can do it in under 4 minutes. And because of his unwavering belief and commitment to making the goal, one day he broke the 4-minute mile. Now, what's interesting is that after he broke that 4-minute mile, people began to break it. Why? Because now they no longer were suffering from unbelief, because if you see that someone else can do it, then you say to yourself, well, if they can do it, I can do it. And this is one of the concepts of success. If you want something that someone else has and you can see that they have it, like for example, you want a great marriage. Well, there are people with a great marriage, yes. You want to be wealthy. Well, are there people that enjoy wealth? Yes. You want to have good health. Well, are there people that enjoy good health? Yes. The minute you can see it for someone else, you can believe it for yourself. And this is another resource. We need to believe in things, even if they're not currently manifested. Even if right now we don't see it, we need to believe to receive. Success. A journey to your final destination. You can pick up your copy at www.nwcom.org. Again, that's www.nwcom.org. Or go to Amazon, look for books by Dr. Jeff Davis and Jeff Davis. Till the next time, this is Dr. Jeff Davis wishing you a great day filled with both success and happiness.